what's up, guys? We're live. We're back. It's not Thursday, but we're here. We're playing some Shadowrun. We'll go ahead and introduce the characters, and then we'll go ahead and kick these things off where we left off at. So we
the
are.
screenplay writers were. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. So we're just gonna go around the table like we always do. Just introduce ourselves, give a brief thing about your character and what you were expected or sort of surprised about with this last run you guys were given.
Can I get an update on this last run?
Are you talking about the one that ended or the one that you guys are continuing to do, or both?
Which one do you want me to tell my reactions about?
The one that you just completed.
Oh, that's returning the dude?
Yeah.
Okay, I will cover all of our reactions. We need how much hydrocodone?
No, that's the one we're still doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
One we returned was the guy in the deck.
So
We
basically,
took it back
Red
to-
Rock is like, how much more?
Right. How much hydrocodone? We'll go ahead and start with what's the word I'm looking for? A recap, and then we'll go ahead and introduce characters so you guys are fresh in your mind of how your character reacted. Over the last couple of days, almost about a week at this point, of being inside of Indianapolis, you guys have found a target that you guys were given as a job in Seattle. Hold on one second, this music's crazy loud.
There's music?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the stream.
So you guys were given a job to find a gentleman who had left Renraku and hopes to escape them and go to a smaller company that is owned by Horizon called Eli Lilly that's inside of Indianapolis. You guys found a look-alike of said individual, brought him back. Oh, this isn't the right person. Turned around, flew back to Indianapolis. Picked up the correct guy, but along the way you guys stumbled into a little bit of a hornet's nest. And Red's companion, waifu, significant other extraterrestrial being
Not me.
was not Red. Haha, Zero, that one.
Hold on, extraterrestrial. What the fuck?
Surprise. No.
Look, we're not kink shaming you. Whatever you're into. it's
Right,
fine.
I was just listening
Zero
to all
likes
the
tentacles.
Tentacles.
Whatever you like, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly. Either way, his AI was taken, and Zero will stop at nothing to get said AI back. But they did have a job that was offered up in response to getting that AI back, and it was to get quite a bit of hydrocodone. And when I say quite a bit, I think it's starting to kick in with some of the players of how much they're actually looking at.
It'll be fun.
But you guys were able to pick them up and drop them off in Seattle. Pick up some gear as you guys are from Seattle, so you know where it's easier to find certain locations at and certain objects you may be looking for. You guys completed your shopping and then headed in the process heading back to Indianapolis even, to go ahead and finish up what you started. As you guys were beginning to Red, I believe, was in the process of changing it to look like his boss. Walked into Eli, and was just looked around and noticed there was a lot of kids in there. They still have the time off until the beginning of the week. So we'll go ahead and we'll go backwards. We'll start with Red first.
I'm Red. You can hear me this week, which is fantastic. I'm the face of the group. I can change my face. I am very good at talking to people. And I also have recently picked up some hacking skills, which allow me to dilly-dally in the Matrix, trying to mark things. So far, it's worked out okay. And I'm going to see if I can talk us out of this tight spot that we are in.
Sick. And what was one thing that was sort of surprising with the last job you guys were completing that you weren't prepared for?
I wasn't prepared for the double. I was like, why are you not who I think you are? And he was like, because Shadowrunners are smart people. And I was like, you're right. Thank you for the compliment. And then I'm pretty sure I killed him. Oh, no, I didn't kill him. Somebody else did.
Freshly new Shadowrunner.
Right. Next up, Rare Raven.
Hey, Fee, the local lizard guy. You know, I like to do magic stuff and more magic, and anything can pretty much be solved by magic. So that's me, magic guy.
And what were you surprised about in the last run?
That magic didn't just solve the whole thing. That's no. Really, I was surprised by the fact that we're actually working for blood mages. So, people that I don't like, that I'm working for now, was really annoying, but whatever. I get paid, I guess, sometime.
Indeed, unless it's prayer duties, right?
Right, yeah. Which I feel like this is turning into a prayer duty. So.
And last but not least, we have Zero.
I'm a slicey dicey kind of robot man. Well, everybody thinks I'm a robot. Secretly, I'm not. I have fleshy bits. Spoilers. The last thing we did with the dude in the deck, there wasn't really anything that surprised Zero. He just was kind of really fucking annoyed like all the time because he kept like, twist, it's not me, fucker, I don't give a shit. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, he just gets really annoyed. It's like, I just want this to be over. Why is this so difficult? And then he got really mad at the fact that they took his 2D waifu on the other job. So right now he's playing it cool. He understands he can't really get it back, so he's just trying to play it cool. But goddamn, he wishes to just slice throats.
Indeed. So that's where we're going to be picking up is Red is inside of Eli Lilly. Thank you for following. I appreciate you.
At what's his name? I was at Dr. Lupschwitz's, right?
Yes, you were heading on your way to Dr. Lupschwitz.
Okay, cool.
Because I did remember that you did have a meeting with him that you did set up. A few moments go by, and you do arrive by fancy car to said location, and you do see a well-fit orc standing next to what looks like a human, roughly in his mid-60s.
Where am I, inside or is this outside?
This is currently outside of the meeting location.
And so when you say meeting location, are we at their office or?
Yeah, so you did request to meet at the office, and then yeah.
Okay, I'll walk in.
He'll go ahead and hello. You must be I'm sorry. What's your name again? You're the new rep, right?
Sort of. I had a meeting with Dr. Lupschwitz.
Ah, that'd be me. As the older gentleman speaks up and reaches his hand out.
Does he notice me as the CEO of Lilly?
Gregory?
Yeah, Gregory Phillips.
Yes, he does. Gregory. I thought you had a new lackey to be able to handle this kind of business for you.
Yeah, but I'm sure you heard what happened at our office. So I'm just trying to I've given most of the folks, some time off to recoup and gives us some time to rebuild, but I'm trying to make sure that when we come back, our plans move forward even better than they were before.
Well, hopefully you get what you're looking for. If you wouldn't mind, I just need to go ahead and search you. If you don't mind, we have my bodyguard here will be able to take a look and look you over once over real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Are you concealing anything on your person?
Two human beings.
True.
Let's see. I have my Ares Predator in a concealable holster.
Okay. On that pistol, does it show what the conceal should be?
I don't know where to find that.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Are you on Chummer?
Yeah, I'm just looking at a character sheet. Drew as my chummer.
-1 on conceal.
Okay.
I outsource all my character creation needs to the master.
True. It's true. He gives you a pat over, and he's all clean. There's nothing on him. And he's like, oh, all right. Please follow me. Follow me. And you see that he begins to walk. It's with sort of a limp. Like he probably needs a cane, but he's too proud to get one. As he walks into the office.
Sure. Okay. I follow.
I know you said you were looking for some hydrocodone, and we're here to make the first installment for that payment. Is that correct?
So, Josh, just clarify what we're doing here. Are we, because we had technical difficulties last time, are we going back before we had the meeting, or are we assuming that I've had a meeting and that occurred and now there's a second meeting?
No, this is still the first meeting. You were on your way to go and actually, I know
Okay.
you made a phone call to him and had like a phone meeting with him, but this is the actual meeting for that first initial payment that you discussed with him.
That's right. Okay, cool.
For that four payment for that amount of hydrocodone you're looking for.
Oh dear God. Okay, so I have to pay him in this meeting? That is something I'm not prepared for. So I want to ask him how much, what's the status on the hydrocodone? I know it's a big ask from you. How much can we get, and when can we get it?
For the total of 8,000 that you're looking for, we probably have he sort of looks like he's adding up stuff in his head. Probably have about 2,000 prepared right now, ready. And then we'll have the other 6,000 throughout the rest of the probably about 6 months.
Okay, but we're ready to take 2,000 now.
Yes, you are. I'm waiting. Assuming you have a truck en route.
If I just wanted to make sure that everything was going well, if you could actually, no, I'm gonna have to get a truck on route. I was not prepared for this meeting.
And he sort of looks over. I mean, if we can hold it for as long as you need. I mean, it's your product.
I'd say, doctor, let me work on something. I'd love to take it right now. I want to take it right now, but I mean, how much? What kind of truck do we need here? I'm not the one that usually works out these logistics, and I fear that the person who usually takes care of that is not in right now, and so I want to make sure.
Yeah, so usually
if it's something I can't do now, we'll just schedule it for next week.
Yeah, usually it's with this big a load, I'd probably say a large semi would be able to transfer a good majority of what we have here. If you want to follow me down to the lower level, I'll be more than happy to show you the product itself.
Yeah, sure. Let's see it.
All right. He takes you down to and once you step inside, it looks like you stepped into an office, probably what feels like it's like 80, 90 years old. It's an older feeling office, probably pre-2000s that this is sort of going into. You have like, for most of the carpets, like a brown shag carpet. A lot of tiles. You have the pushable ceiling tiles in the office with a spinning fan on it. Very, very low tech in here. Even as you pass by, The computers aren't as old, but they're still older. Older tech. You're surprised they can even connect to the Matrix. But you head through a small office, and you do see there's a secretary sitting out in the front lobby area, and sort of just greets you guys as you guys walk in. He takes you to an elevator where he does a retinal eye scan, and he said, "Welcome, Professor Lefwitz," and then it will begin to descend down. It feels very shaky as the elevator goes down. It feels like it goes down for a good 30, 45, maybe a minute before eventually screeching to a halt as you open up to a large underground warehouse where it's just boxes and large crates filled the entire room. So this right here will be the first good majority of the hydrocodone that you're looking for the 2,000 that you're going to be paying for today, and the rest of it will be finished up in production tonight.
Do you have the paperwork on you, the contract?
Yeah, if you want to follow me this way, it's actually being printed as soon as you gave me the call earlier. And there's there's a small office, and you do see multiple trolls and orcs sort of moving heavy crates. And you head to the main loading area. On the backside, even though it is considered underground, you do see there is 2 large loading bay doors on the far wall, and one has a semi parked out front or outside of it. As he pokes his head inside, reaches in, grabs a paper from an orc. Here's the paperwork. If you wouldn't mind just signing on the line for me, and we can go ahead and get those credits transferred over.
Sure. Let's see. Do you mind if I take this with me, and then I'll have whoever picks it up drop this off to you? I just need to look over it one time, make sure our legal is out as well, and so I'm gonna go through it myself this time.
If you don't mind, I can go ahead and just make a copy of it. We just always need a record seer in-house. I can make a copy of it for you, and we can go ahead and get you guys transferred over.
Okay, sounds good.
He'll take the document back, go ahead and head back inside and make an actual physical copy, not something that's sort of scanned into your cyberware, but he actually makes an actual physical copy and hands you the new copy. He does have I think it says void on it. And then, so as soon as you have your legal team look through it, we can go ahead and have you head back this way, sign over the legal document, and then we can go ahead and process this transaction for you.
Give me 1 second. I want to look something up.
Sure thing.
Are you guys seeing my texts?
Yeah, I'm with you. I was actually about to text you back, but I was looking something up.
Just making sure.
So yeah, that was my old character. So I'm not gonna risk it. Does he want me to sign? He wants me to sign physically now.
Whenever you're ready for the purchase, it seems like he's more than happy to have you or legal team look over the agreement, and then come back as long as everything seems correct. But it looks like he's waiting to actually release the pharmaceuticals after he has that written consent.
Okay. So rules question.
Yep.
Right now I'm defaulting in forgery, which I assume is the check to sign somebody else's name.
Correct.
If I leave here, is there a way I can practice that to get a bonus? or is it going to be the same if I do it later or now?
If you spend some decent time doing it, I'll give you it's like gonna be like a +1 or +2, depending on how much you actually spend practicing it. And then if you do it for multiple times, you can eventually put karma into points in forgery. But if you just want like temporary bonuses, I say you go ahead, head back, practice for 3 or 4 hours, and I'll give you a +2 bonus.
Okay, I'll go for that then.
Okay. So yeah, as soon as you get that document looked over by your legal team, get it, head on back. We'll go ahead and have you sign the original, and then we'll go ahead to take care of this transaction.
Perfect, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll sort of take my leave, slowly. I'm not in any rush, but I do want to go find my team and discuss our options moving forward.
Okay. He accompanies you back up the elevator, as it does require a retinal eye scan to move the elevator back up. And it's like, I mean, that was some crazy direct that happened at Eli. Is everyone in your family okay?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm sure you've heard that we've gotten bought out here, so I'm not actually at liberty to discuss that anymore. You're an old friend, and I wish I could. I'm just in a weird position,
Fragging corpse coming here buying up all the area. Well, what can I say? You're probably making more than I am.
Well, you looks like you got the freedom of owning your own company now.
Well,
you're not answering to anyone, are you?
For right now, who knows how long before Red Raku comes in and kicks in the door and tells us to take everything and shove it,
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes sometimes.
As this goes up, it goes up to the top floor, or to the middle floor. He goes ahead and sort of waves you off. He's like, well, again, we should definitely catch up, do some lunchtime time. It'd be great to see you.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'll leave and go talk to my team here.
All right. You step outside. The car is still parked outside. Doors closed, but you do not see your team anywhere, as they were invisible last we last saw them.
Oh yeah, I guess you all can go snoop. So everything I saw was in augmented reality, so you can see now if you want to go snooping.
I think we were with you the whole time.
Oh, you were just there.
I think we were there, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get in the car, I'm like, and it's like outside. Ah, crap. Pop up behind you, scare the shit out of me.
Exactly.
So we should really find what's your name again? The guy you're playing?
Gary?
Gregory?
We need to find the real Gregory so I can keep that shit under locks.
I think he's in like the Bahamas right now or something. He's on vacation for a little. We could try and intercept him at the airport if you want. And we could continue this sort of long con. I don't know how much fun that's going to be to roleplay a long con like this. I'm wondering, I have a copy of this contract that says that the Blood Mages are going to get what they want and Horizon is going to pay for it.
I mean, we could. It could end up, the long con ended up just being like, okay, it's been 6 months of smooth sailing for all we know. He could pop in like, all right, it's been a month. You get a phone call. Like it doesn't have to be like, all right, guys, let's wake up. Let's go to a business meeting. All right, well,
don't ruin my fun.
He's like, this is the part of Shadowrun that I chose to play.
Yeah.
I've got an eye on some cubicle space to lease here.
But
role play
we need to, if we do play long con, we definitely have to get the CEO under lock and key. We need a place to store him, and we need to find out about his family. Like, we need to know like what they expect of him. That way we can do it and not throw up any red flags. If push come to shove, if we can't figure that out, we'll get the family too. Keep that under lock and key.
Yeah.
And that was his distant family, and then his cousins, and then his grandma.
Well, I mean, we could just ignore them.
I
So-
mean, that's probably what he does anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the other option is literally just to walk into the blood mages and slam this contract down and go.
Yeah,
"You're
here
gonna
you
get
go.
it.
Yeah, here
no
you go.
blood
It's
spilled.
coming."
It's literally going to be shipped to your door,
they might
all for
not
the
like
low price of a being that you can't even use for the type of magic you do. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they're probably not going to go for that just because they're going to be like, we need you to stay and facilitate and make sure nothing goes wrong. Because I doubt that they can get in and be like, hey. They're probably almost definitely going to be like, great, congratulations. Let's now facilitate it until we get it all.
yeah, that's a good point.
Well, why not just have like a handoff person, like you know, delegate it? Because you're the boss.
We'll have to hire somebody for that.
If
Yeah.
only, man, if that guy didn't die that was playing, I would have just hired him immediately. Yeah, we could reach out to some Shadowrunners. We could, I guess I could just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
The only concern I have, so one option is I go back to being Felipe. Was it Gary Felipe? I have it written down.
Yeah. Very
I
cool.
don't know.
Yeah, it's Gregory and Gary. That's why I keep getting them mixed up. So I can go back to being Gregory or Gary. See, I already did it.
But then,
No, it was Larry. It was my name's Larry. Okay. Man, I'm terrible at impersonating.
the problem with you going back to Felipe and then just letting CEO come back is what happens when he questions this deal we just made. He's like, oh, you were there. The fuck I was.
Yeah.
Maybe we hit him on the head real hard. Give him amnesia.
But then where did Larry go? Because I was playing this whole thing as if we were going to be gone in a couple of days.
Maybe Larry did it.
I could be both.
I mean, Superman is apparently Clark Kent.
Okay, here's what we could fly to wherever the CEO is on vacation and just keep him there. And you have, we send an email that says, I'm going to stay on vacation. I delegate all of my tasks to Larry. We're fine.
Well, and if that's the case, I fly to Bahamas or wherever the fuck he is, and I just straight up kill him right before we send this email. Because I mean, we don't give a fuck if
can
he
die.
survives. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just kill him.
I spend the next month eating a steak in his office, so I'm
I'll
fine with
I'll
this.
grab his like phone and shit and bring it to you.
Yeah. Then I can get his fingerprints, because that's the concern that I have if I'm going to play this guy. I have Larry's fingerprints and all his stuff, so there's very few ways they can tell that I'm not him, but I don't have that for Gregory.
So what? You need like a hand?
Yeah, I need a hand. I need to copy his
So,
fingerprints. I just
you-
come with you.
Just need it. Oh, I guess yeah. I guess you could just come with me. It's true.
Yeah. I mean,
can literally
it's
be
gonna have a
anybody.
trip to-
Okay, so we're just gonna kill Gary, right? Is that his name?
That seems like a play. It's a plan, and
I feel it's the safest plan.
yeah, it is. It really it's turning out in Shadowrun every time we like, oh, this could go wrong, that could go wrong. It's like just kill him. And
Yeah,
I feel
just-
like that's how Shadowrunners also operate.
Because
So it's fine.
I was sitting here getting all nervous, like fuck, we're gonna have to find like a place to keep him locked down. We're gonna have to worry about him escaping. Who's gonna find him? All this shit. How we're gonna feed him? And then I was like, fuck it, we just kill him. It's so much easier. So much easier. Okay, so we kill him. We need to find out his family situation. I would say go to his office, go through his computer, try to find maybe, if you can go through his computer, try to find like if he's got like a girlfriend, emails, anything. We need to know his backstory life. That way you can fulfill it without anybody getting. I can really hear Brer. I can't really hear Brer. Apparently Brer's pretty quiet.
I'm not saying anything.
I think
That
someone in
also-
chat just said
Yeah.
quiet on the stream.
Sorry, Twitch chat.
Oh,
It says you're quiet. It just means Joss will turn you up. So we kill him, but you need to find out his back life. I think you also need to find out where the fuck he is. I can't go kill a man.
You could
But I don't
give him
know.
an opportunity to live. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see if we can find him first.
Let's just find him.
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
call him.
As Felipe?
Yeah, so I gotta change my voice back. Give me a minute.
How long does changing the vocal cords take?
A few minutes. I think like in the rulebook it says all of my stuff. Like if I did everything, I think I'd add up like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you look into that. I'm gonna go take the pizza out of the oven and tuck my wife in real life.
Sick.
I'll be right back.
Tuck the in and take your wife out of the oven. Got it.
Yep.
Yes, tuck the pizza in, and then put my wife in the oven.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa.
cold.
Out of it.
You say that's cold? It's an oven.
Ovens are cold.
Oh, right. It's a freezer oven. I forgot.
A
This
oven,
is
if you will.
opposite world that we're living in.
My
right?
God. All right, so you're heading back to Eli as Larry, correct?
I am Larry. I have his voice, and I'd like to call from Larry's comm link. I'd like to call Gregory.
Okay. You reach out to Gregory, and you hear in the background just a lot of like yelling, not like bad yelling, but like excited yelling. As go for Gregory.
Hi, it's Larry. Can you talk?
Is it work related? Because I'm sort of on vacation until Monday.
Yeah, we're on vacation until Monday, and I'm just here in Indianapolis, and I was wondering, like, what do you all usually do for your vacations?
Well, it depends on what exactly time of year it is. Right now we're
I don't know, like, what are you doing right now? Like, what? You know, in my other company, we really didn't get vacation. This is like a new thing to me.
interesting. I mean, right now I'm just sort of hanging out at my lake house with the family.
Lake house?
Yes, sir.
I don't even know what lake is there access to.
I mean, there's lakes all over.
Yeah, like, are you in the state though?
Oh, in Indiana? No. I'm at Califree.
You're in where?
Califree?
Califrey. Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's New California.
That's what I figured. Oh, really? I guess the lakes there are probably pretty busy then, right?
Right now it is. It's not too bad. It's a nice way to get away and enjoy the family.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, what lake are you on? Do you have like a timeshare, or I'm sorry to bother you, but I really am lost to what to do.
I mean, it's my property I own and I bought it. So
For someone at like my level, could I afford
I mean, I don't know how much exactly.
something at that lake, or?
I mean, not to shoot my own horn, but probably not. I'm afraid. You know, and you can hear him take a sip of something. This attack was probably one of the better things. It was pretty strong tie with Horizon Corp coming in and his Knight Errant and everything, and it's just sort of made me realize I don't know if I actually want to be CEO. You know, you can sort of tell that
Don't you dare try to kill this guy.
his words are slurring a little bit.
Like, yeah, you know, this is sort of the feeling I had right before I made the jump to your company. You know, when you get to this level, you know, things start to weigh on you. And in fact, I feel like, you know, I've just been sitting here thinking, and I just hope that this whole debacle and all the people that were killed, and especially on my floor, like, I just hope that it wasn't my fault. I just hope they weren't, you know, coming for me.
Whoa, no need to put that on yourself. We don't know exactly. All of them were killed before they could be captured, so unfortunately we don't have any know of the reason why they were even in the building to begin with, but no reason to put that on yourself. It could have been for anyone.
Yeah, but thanks for saying that, and I get what you're saying. I mean, how long have you been CEO of this company?
Eli, it's been going on 25 years.
Sorry, I'm gonna take notes on this because I'm about to get some information out of this guy. 25 years.
Yep, and let me tell you, it's been a direct show ever since.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. What are something that helped me, you know, when I was thinking about making a jump, even though I was going to risk my life, was like I wasn't really accomplishing anything in my job, in my role, my previous company. Like, do you have some accomplishments you could like look back on? Like, what have you done here?
I mean, I built a company big enough to draw the attention of a AAA court that really wanted to actually buy what we were doing, and really multiple awards I've won over the years, but it's a lot less time for the family, that's for sure. I don't know if I would do it all the same if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, you had 2 kids or something, right?
Yep, 2 beautiful daughters.
2 daughters, yeah. There's one of them named Lily.
No, I did not name this company. I didn't found it.
Oh. That made it sound like you did found it.
No, not quite. I don't exactly remember the exact date that it was it was all founded and stuff, but like I said, I took over as CEO 25 years ago, and was working at the company as a tech for about 15.
I mean, if you were to bail on this company, I mean, I'm sure you could live a good life outside of it. Like, who would take your place?
I mean, the next in order, I would assume. I don't really know with the way that the buyouts go. I'm not sure what Horizon has as a process of choosing who comes after me.
How did you get the job?
Well, it was prior to Horizon, and I was just next up for promotion. I interviewed for it and got it. You hear him yell off to the phone, or like be on the phone. Hey, you! Don't jump in there. Don't. Shit. So is there anything else you really need? I got kids acting like shenanigans around here.
Yeah, I understand. No, I'll let you go. I'm gonna try and figure out something to do here. Do you mind if I try and get some work done? I don't have anything to do. If I could just go into the office, if you could approve that hydrocodone transfer for me from wherever you are, I could get some work done this week.
Send that back over to me. I'll go ahead and take a look at it again while I have the time here. Kids are about to go out to the go run around and do whatever kids do nowadays. So I'll take the time and take a look what's over, and then go ahead and see if I can actually approve that for you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to it. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah. It disconnects the line.
All right. So now that leads us to a few options, right? Like, we can either go kill him. We could go convince him that he's better off just not in the company. We don't even have to kill him if we don't want to, because if we think that's too messy. We could just be like, why don't you retire? And then, like, retire or we'll kill you. And give him the option, and then if he retires, I just take
So many loose ends there, though.
That's fine. If you want, I mean, you're the one to make that call. That's why I hire you.
Wait, I'm the one to make the if he lives or dies call?
Yeah.
You're gonna have some 2 new kids. It's just so much easier
But-
when you don't have somebody to just throw a spin on you.
Yeah.
Just been like, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm back, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm the real one. And then he's like, I'm the real one. And then I'm like, let me look at you closely. And then I'm like, oh no, my face is made of metal.
You're like, Slim Shady, please stand up.
I'm the one who's standing up. You kneecap him. This is foolproof plan.
My God.
He cannot stand up.
I definitely think he should die. Not should. He's a good enough guy. For all I know, he has no reason to die. Does
That's
Zero
the-
care? Absolutely not.
Thank
But-
goodness. That's why I hire Zero, because I'm over here like, man, I can't kill this guy. This was a fun bonding moment.
Zero looks at it and goes, that is a loose end. I need to tie it off.
I need to tie it off. Rare, what do you think?
I mean, he's got kids. I don't know, man.
So true, Cuff.
Can you magically
Like, take
wipe his brain?
I tried that once, and I had issues with it, so I've never done it.
Do you want to try?
It would take me a while. I'd have to like find the spell again, you know.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like shoved it out of my brain. I don't like messing with people's brains unless I'm like zapping them, or you know.
I mean, I could put a hole in his brain.
That'll definitely get rid of his memories.
100%.
Theoretically, that'll get rid of his memories. Magically, theoretically.
Magical theory. That's yeah.
Fine. If we're worried about blood mage shit, I'll shoot it and then burn it. How about that?
Alright. Well, first thing I need to do is some sort of matrix search. He didn't want to tell me where he was, but I'm pretty sure it's at like the hoitiest lake that you can buy property at in
So,
California.
like,
I mean,
Lake
if you can get
Tahoe?
hold of his secretary, well, your secretary, you might be able to like finagle it at her, like, hey, I need to send a package to my wife. I forget what the fucking address is. Can you tell me what it is again? Something like that.
Maybe. I don't think I have her number though.
Go hack his computer.
Everything at the company has some sort of nonsense. I don't remember what the defense is called on it. I can't get it. It's too high of a rating.
It's like a 14 or something crazy.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, I'm rolling like 11 dice, so
Okay, so we torture him before I put a hole in his brain
that's up to you.
to get information.
Find him first.
I feel like we should all just grow goatees because this is like a dark timeline that we're going on too.
That's a good idea.
You said grow goatees?
Yeah, because it's the
For
dark
all you know, Zero has the biggest of beards.
I'm
You have
just,
no idea.
I now will just have. I'll cast a little illusion of just a goatee on the bottom of your mask.
Zero will not fight it, nor will he complain.
Good, because it's there.
Okay, so we need legwork now. We need to figure out where this guy is. I need to figure out a way to kill him and gain
To make-
information without anybody knowing, because you need to be alive to your family, so they can't witness the death.
I mean, we can just turn him invisible while he's dead, right? That works.
True. We could. Yeah, that would be very helpful. Turn him invisible. After I shoot him, can you make all of his blood invisible too?
Well, I don't know. I've never really tried, so I mean, it'll be like a little test of magic theory here. It'll
I
be
don't
nice.
know. It shouldn't be too hard because he's probably going to be drunk. At least one of the nights we'll be staking it out. But okay, we're thinking too far ahead. We got to find him. Red, find him.
Step one, fine.
Push him to shove. Give me the address of his secretary. I'll choke the information out of her.
I log onto the Googles and try and use the information that I talked about, like the information I got from him through that interaction I just had. I'll try to like use it to like matrix search, figure out where he possibly could be, if he has property there, that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Do you?
4 successes.
Wow. So after drilling down for roughly about 30 minutes, just looking through all the different lakes, it's down to 2. It is either Lake Tahoe or it's going to be Mono Lake.
I don't want mono.
Nailed it.
Okay, hold on.
I feel like he's actually Googling this shit.
Yeah, it's like Red needs to Google some shit and Travis needs to Google some shit. Well, I'm wondering, is there a way I can track his device if I have the
Yes, there is
number,
a.
right? I
Uh,
should be able to do that.
There's gonna be a lot of noise, though.
yeah, there'll be a lot of noise as you're trying to track it across the country.
Right, but if we get there, I can just.
If you get there, it's easier.
Okay. Trying to think of another way.
I mean, if I would have been able to see him, I could have tracked him. But
I can't wait for the phone call to Tinkerbell when we tell her we gotta fly to California.
I mean,
She gonna be
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah.
he's gonna have like 12 favors by the end of this thing.
Well, see, I'm playing a new game of Shadowrun called Corporate Simulator, where we're gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna take his spot. I'm never gonna leave because I'm gonna start collecting his salary, and then I'll just be a Shadowrunner on the side.
Yeah, Zero doesn't give a fuck as long as he gets. his
We'll
wife
give
back.
we'll give
Yeah,
Red
you're gonna
the
get your wifey back, and you're gonna be eating steak in my office with me as my personal bodyguard. It's gonna be fantastic. Well,
Well,
you'll probably
he'll-
blend it
he'll
up,
eat-
so never mind.
Yeah, he'll each steak in the closet.
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
You're gonna have your own private area, screened area, to eat whatever you want.
But like, is that the breastfeeding? Is that the breastfeeding room? No, that's the Zero feeding room.
Oh, is that your
The
dog?
robot being-
Yeah.
As a blender turns on.
Is it? Ah.
I don't blend food when I take my helmet off. I just eat it normally.
Yeah, well.
Well, no proof.
I mean,
I don't
maybe
know
I'm
that.
making a smoothie that day. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe you just wanted a smoothie. You don't know.
A meat smoothie.
No.
No, no meat smoothies. Zero. It's like pineapple on pizza. It's a no-go.
Preach.
Don't make fun of those Hawaiian pizzas.
All right, folks. We can go. We have. All right.
Road trip.
I want to look like Larry again.
Okay.
How much time that takes?
Roughly, 4 minutes later, you're able to shape your face into looking like Larry. You already had his voice already set up, so.
I want to walk. I want to go to Lily.
Okay.
Is anyone there?
Yeah, there's still people there because it has a residence quarters inside of it as well.
Oh, okay. So people are just living though. Is there someone at the front desk?
Yeah, it's that. Not the same woman that you've seen the last couple of times, but it is a different elvish woman, long blonde hair, just sort of typing away at a keyboard.
I want to walk up to her. Say, hey, how are you?
Well, I mean, as well as any of us can be doing here.
Yeah, I'm a little lost here just because I'm new and I was really excited to get to work, and then all of a sudden we're shut down, and I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I do agree. Do you think they were after you?
No, I don't think so.
A pretty fucking presumptuous lady in the front. Jesus.
No, I talked to some of the higher ups. Talked to Gregory specifically. He said it had nothing to do with. In fact, we don't even know what it had, what was going on there, right? But
Fair.
you know, I sure wish I could afford, a lake house on Lake Tahoe like he has.
Hold on. The lady at the front desk actually has a phone call she's got to take.
Yeah.
One
that's what I
sec.
think. And I'm like,
And I got 1 minute. Hold on, like 1 second.
I also feel like when you say this to her, you're actually making that face of like, like, Tahoe.
yeah, exactly. Like, what are you gonna say?
No? No? Mono? Maybe?
Yeah.
I hate it when you burp and have to re-swallow. It's just the nastiest thing. I hate it.
Gross.
It's so
Does it
nasty. No, it doesn't burn. It's just a chunk that you didn't want to be there. That you just made the chunk, right? So you think it's like, oh, it's just my piece. But the fact that it was already swallowed and then you have to re-swallow is just absolutely disgusting to me. It sends shivers down my spine.
So, you see that the woman picked up a phone real quick, and then sorry. So what were we saying?
She's at work, yeah. I was just commenting on how I thought it was. I wish I had enough money to afford a lake house on Lake Tahoe like Gregory has.
He has a lake house in Lake Tahoe too.
Yeah, that's 2.
Well, yeah.
How many lake houses does this guy have?
I mean, that's none of my business to spread, but I've heard rumors
you know, right?
he's got rumored to have a couple.
Yeah, well, that's
I think he's got one on East Coast.
One on the West Coast, one in Oregon. He's probably got lake houses everywhere. The guy makes a ton of money, you know?
I mean, he's a CEO for 25 years. This guy's make up somewhere.
He's got to make some sort of money. That's right. All right, well, anyway, I guess I'll see you later.
Have a good one.
So it sounds like maybe he has one on Mono. I think Mono's our best guess right now.
Let's fire up the jet.
You tell me you want to go shoot up Lake Mono?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll kill it. Fuck it. I'll kill his neighbors too. Rack up the death count so I can get more money.
You're gonna have to like.
I'm
Didn't
not
think about-
per random kill.
This was never specified.
You're just like,
Alright.
you're bringing
just-
me heads of random things, and I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah. It's like, you're just watching the news of like, a random bank has been shot up, no money was taken. You're like, holy fuck, they killed like 30 people. I walk in there, it was like, 30 more. You're like, oh you!
Every time I see a death on the news, I get my pocketbook out.
Son of a.
Yeah, let's go talk to Trinket about becoming our full-time private jet service.
This is what she went to Shadowrunning for.
I have a feeling you're gonna actually have to pay her this time. I don't think she's gonna take a favor.
She hasn't cashed in on her favor, and I still have drugs that she's gonna move for a hefty profit. So hopefully,
Oh yeah.
That was 60-40 for that profit, correct?
yeah.
So you arrive back to the jet.
We're back.
Trinket,
So we ready to head back to Seattle?
how do you feel about lakes and spending time near them on vacation?
Depending which one.
The one with the best name.
Why is that the one with the best name?
That's the best name. That's the best lake name I've ever heard. I mean, you can counter with the better one, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
I don't know, dude. Tahoe is pretty nice in the Califree.
Lake Titicaca, pretty nice too, you know.
Thank you, Brer, for
Yeah.
actually giving us the best name. But yeah, we're looking to get to Lake Mon.
Am I flying you there, or?
Yeah, that's the plan.
So you want me to take this highly modified jet to a family lake house?
Yeah.
Roll negotiation with a -1.
Is there something else you'd like to do with your?
Go
modified
home.
nephew? So you just want to take this modified jet and park it.
Right, because it needs refueled, and I am tired of driving it everywhere.
This could be solved.
Roll
We're not
negotiation
hiring
-1.
I'm trying. I'm pulling it up right now.
None.
Would you like to edge?
No.
Uh. $75.25, and you got yourself a deal.
On the drug deal.
Yep.
Ooh.
Done.
Damn, I should went higher. All right, everyone pile in.
By the end of this run of us flying around, she's gonna have 100% profit.
Probably.
Oh, yeah,
He's like, yeah, sure, why
That's
not?
for sure.
110%.
Yeah. I will pay you to sell the drugs for me.
Exactly. So you had to outside of Lake Mono.
Oh gosh.
Are we flying like over it?
Currently, you guys are en route to it.
Trinket, what's the plan here? Do you have another smuggler's outpost we can land at? Can you land this bad boy on the lake? Like, what's the deal?
Wait, you guys don't have a place for me to land this thing?
Nope.
Nope.
We were hoping you
That's
had
a
like
pilot situation.
and,
I'm paying you good money to get us there.
You're not paying me anything. I'm taking a larger chunk of the work I'm doing.
Pretty much like paying.
That's
That's
some
how
sort
I
of
get paid.
compensation.
She looks over. What? Anyway, that's a
I know,
separate.
right?
That's a separate conversation.
We don't discuss our corporate structure outside of the corporation headquarters,
My bad. I thought we would just like tell everybody.
which is in Canada.
I've
You've
just been telling everybody about
You know,
corporate.
we're a part of the
policies, so.
UCAS, right? Like they're one thing now. Like Canada is part of the U.S., right?
No, well, there's a new Canada, which is where I put my headquarters, as far as Brer knows.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's over in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Newfoundland. All right. Well, we're gonna head this way, I guess. I mean, do you guys want to be dropped on the lake? Are you guys trying to be quiet about this?
I mean, we could float down.
Hey, we got parachutes in this bitch. I'll just jump out.
Do you
I
have
got 4 of them.
Do you have missiles?
I'm sorry. Are we
No,
killing the whole
there's,
family?
there's
Or
no.
do we-
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
like, what if we just
weaponized.
figure out which one is his and we just blow it up?
No, sorry. This plane is not weaponized to my own. Actually,
Okay, well, what happens whenever he ends up dead, and then you show up back to work, and they're like, "Oh my God, we thought you died. We're so sorry about your family," and you're like,
No,
"Oh,
it was just my family, my wife and 2 kids. That
okay." But what about the
it's so
investigation? then?
tragic that I've forgotten all of their names.
So what happens whenever we do kill the family, and they're like, "Why the fuck weren't you at home?" And then now you're under investigation for like, "You probably killed your family." Guess what? You're fucking dead.
We can just turn into somebody else, and they don't even know who it is.
What if I just put my name in for promotion, and I become the next CEO.
Okay.
I'm the most qualified.
Obviously. Have you seen this guy's PowerPoints?
And you've been there a total of like 48 hours.
And
I
Working
wouldn't
for like
promote
10.
you.
I wouldn't promote me either.
Either way,
Look,
your current persona isn't gonna get promoted. And if we need to promote somebody else, you're gonna have to take their persona. We're gonna have to kill that family too. How about we just make the one CEO who we have to kill? We just kill that one.
What if we
Alright.
have to kill him? Okay, no, we have to kill him.
You gotta kill him. I mean, the family can live.
Can
I mean, I don't. To be honest, I don't care. I'll kill the family. Zero, he'll kill. He'll kill. He doesn't.
I know you'll kill them. That has never been a question for me.
But, I mean-
That's the right choice.
I just worry about the potential investigation. We don't want anybody snooping into our business because we're dealing with blood mooges. All right.
Maybe we
So-
should just blow up them.
What?
Blow up the blood mage.
I gotta get my waifu back.
Yeah.
Well, if they're dead, then you can get her back.
No, this doesn't sound sound at all. This sounds pretty fucked up. I mean,
It sounded
like,
pretty good.
the
What
place
if you
is blown
just-
up.
What if you just threaten him? And then he puts
But
in
then
the order.
he can always go back on his word.
But he puts in the order. It gets delivered before the company opens.
For
You
6
stay
months,
there
we
with
have
them
we
the
have.
whole time.
You want me to sit on this guy for 6 months away from you if
No,
you
no, no,
are
no, no.
attacked?
No, so we are ordering hydrocodone from one mom and pop shop.
And then
This
we'll
man
all-
can leverage the full resources of a AAA corporation to acquire the rest from other places.
Okay.
This is just the one we've been working with. We could just ask him, be like, look, give us 8,000 tons of hydrocodone or die. Your choice. It sounds like he's thinking about quitting anyway, and so it probably won't work.
Could kidnap his kids.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Hold on.
I take his kids.
Yeah, like,
You change shape into some shady character that he has no idea who it is. You meet with him. Or we send him some sort of digital ransom video like, hey, we have your kids, this is your mission, this is what you gotta do. Send it to this location. Once we have all 8,000, how many fucking tons? I swear to God, every time we come, we get to
Goes up,
third
huh?
night, the number gets higher.
Yes.
I think when we first started this, Josh was like, 8 tons. And then next time he's like, it's 80 tons. And then today it's like 800 tons.
it's 8,000 tons.
It's 8,000. It's always been 8,000.
I think you're full of shit.
He's like,
Has
you
to
need
be the
some
project.
hydrocodone. You need, and then he was
Yeah.
like, you need 8,000 tons of hydrocodone.
Yeah.
Next, he's gonna be like, you're gonna have to acquire all of the hydrocodone.
I think we're gonna
All
have
of
to
it.
start keeping notes on Josh's words.
Do it.
Wait, we already do. We can just go watch the fucking video.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Hit the plug.
Okay. So, I'd say I like the kidnapping the kids idea because then we can make him work to get the rest of the tons.
Yeah.
I like it.
As long as we don't hurt the kids.
No promises.
Yeah, we won't. I don't agree with hurting the kids. I feel like you should just threaten him.
Got it. Don't hurt kids. Winky face.
A large winky face emoticon pops up on the screen.
All right, let's go take some kiddos.
But
That's a
maybe you shouldn't
phrase.
just- maybe you shouldn't just say that out loud in public.
This stream just got flagged.
Right, I'm officially done. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out tonight.
Best way to take kids is in a white, creepy panel van. Where can we get one of those?
You could probably buy one.
Hey, panel vans.
Panel vans.
Um,
All right. Step 1: get off the plane.
Yes.
Step 2: acquire creepy van with no windows.
Step 3, I don't know. Step 4,
We're in like
profit.
runception right now. We're like 7 runs within 1 run.
This is what you get when you appoint Travis as your face. I just create my interactions with GMs. Just create new problems. They don't actually
Welcome
solve anything.
To an MMO on a tabletop that's
Yeah.
not played on a table.
Yeah.
A virtual table.
Thank you. I'll be here every Thursday.
It's called a video game?
Is it a game that we play via video?
This is getting weird.
Guys, we can't call it a video game. EA will market this shit and we'll get in
It's
trouble.
true. It's true.
Yeah, and then we'll have to deal with loot boxes.
Shh. Just imagine every time we want a new gear, Josh is like, alright, buy a loot box.
Yeah.
I actually thought about to promote like donations and stuff like that. Like every $5, a mystery box would be sent to you. I'd roll a couple of dice and something would show up in that box.
Like, Ender Game? Not Ender Game. Hunger Games kind of shit.
Yeah, more or less. So like, if you wanted to like, oh, here's a loot box that was sent in from chat, and then I would roll X amount of D6, and then it would pop into there.
What if you gave, like, donation benefits? So it's like, if you donate $10, you get, like, a random thing from this list will get sent. $20, another, like, it goes up in, like...
So the only thing that
Or a site called Patreon.com.
the only thing that gets dangerous about that is you'll quickly outscale, as at least combat wise, and then you'll run
Okay,
into
you're
someone.
also thinking people
that's
are really
not.
going to donate.
Also true, but that's what happened on Mod 20 Gaming.
It would just be me 1,000 times.
So on Mod 20 Gaming, they did have people
doing
that
us well.
donated, and they ended up running out of donation rewards because so many people donated for the season finale. And they ended up fighting, I think it was like a dragon or something, but they didn't take any damage because they were so geared by the end of the stream. So I was like, it's a little hesitant, but if it's randomized, I can go ahead and sort of like decide what's gonna be put into it.
We'll get, like, fucking donation number 3, and Josh is like, it's a 4.
No, I won't fake it. I never fake rolls.
You guys get a phone.
Hello, girly friend?
You get an AI system. Oh, that's not Taco Bell, Travis. We talked about this.
What is that? Turn your mic on, you motherfucker. I want to hear this conversation.
I don't know what this is.
It's an
ninja.
eyeball.
It's a Cyclops ninja.
It's a Cyclops ninja.
It's me!
It's literally zero.
But does he see less because he only has one eye?
Yes, that's why he see more, because he wants to see more.
Oh, he wants to see more.
Yeah.
Okay. now I
My
get it.
God.
Why
Did
is
she
he
make
on?
this?
Why is he on a
He's
surfboard?
snowboarding?
A snowboard.
Obviously, you dumb fuck.
Duh. Do you see
I don't like
water
when you
for
come
it
in
to
the
be?
room. Everybody gets real mean when you come in the room. They all yell at me.
Sorry.
I didn't yell at anybody.
She not only bought you food, she's preparing it for you.
That's because she's the best.
I'm actually upset it's not
Nobody
Taco
wants
Bell,
fucking
but
sauce.
We had Taco Bell last week. It was on my list of options. So
I would not be surprised she took it out of the sleeve for you.
my God. Anyway, back to where we were. You guys are en route to Lake Mono. What's your plan? You guys are currently, we'll say, 45 minutes from Lake Mono.
Who wants to fly?
Yeah, that's a good point. All we need is Brer and me, invisible and floating and looking for this fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, do we want to just have Trinket drop us off and then we'll figure out our own way home?
No.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
That
No,
sounds
it's-
a terrible idea.
Sounds like a road trip. Sounds kind of fun to me.
With no car.
How the
In
fuck are we gonna
California.
drive across the Badlands?
We'll just fly.
How do we normally fly? Trinket. You just sent her away.
Territory.
I gotta
Make
figure
it
out how to
hard.
make a contract with Trinket where we can just fly whenever we want because we've been going to all sorts of different cities.
I also didn't expect us to be fucking needing this much. Usually we just stick to Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
We haven't done hardly anything in Seattle
No.
since we made this crew. a Seattle-based crew.
You guys are getting some street cred real quick, though.
How does the street cred know? We're not on any normal street. We're in the father. I get street cred in Indiana.
Street cred follows you anywhere you go, though.
They're gonna talk
Fucking-
about you on the Matrix.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back next week, and Josh is like, "All right, boys, we're going to Iran."
Next week, we're going to Berlin.
No, not
Hun
in the
terrorists. Why did you make it so boring, Nebraska?
Because we're fighting corn. Elementals.
We're already
Yes.
fighting corn in Indiana.
True.
Okay. Yeah. Are we landed? Can we just say we're landed? We landed?
There's nowhere near
We don't have anywhere to
Lake
land.
Mono for her to land.
All right.
She would have to go like to San Francisco or LA. and then-
Adorable.
We're either gonna have to jump out.
Yeah, me and Brer just jump, fuck a parachute. Brer's got it. Please don't fucking glitch.
One time for the one time. One time for the one time.
You literally, if you glitch, we
I'll bet
literally
you-
have to make new characters.
That's fine.
It's fine. You guys will get to meet Jeremy.
Yes.
So, just fly us over the lake. You and Red can figure out this whole landing situation. Me and Brer are gonna hop out and go find him.
All right.
Also,
before-
Red, when you land, get us a car. Preferably one without windows.
I'm not gonna land in. There's nowhere to land. How am I supposed to figure out a place to land when there's nowhere to land?
Doodle!
So the next closest place is to land would be probably San Francisco.
Holy moly.
What
Yeah,
the
but is
fuck?
it at a real airport or is it one of these?
Yeah, and it's a real airport.
Runner
She's not
airports.
on. She's not from California. She doesn't know exactly any runner airports there.
All right.
How far from San Francisco is Mono?
I'm gonna
Like, how long of a drive is that gonna be for
Let me
him?
check.
Is Mono Lake a real place?
Yes.
God damn it.
All right. Zero, you're super invisible.
It's a 5-hour drive.
Okay, alright. Well, we can just stake out.
It's actually like sort of like the halfway point between Seattle and San Fran.
What? God, we gotta go back to fucking Indiana for my wife. Jesus Christ!
Yeah. We are.
Once we get her back, you gotta figure out a way to lock her down on a chip into where she cannot come out of that chip unless we I need you to make a fucking Nintendo Switch cartridge out of this motherfucker.
I didn't even know she existed. I could help.
You're switchinizing this bitch once we get her back.
Yeah. That's the hacker term.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad you know
obviously.
switchinizing.
Switchinizing. Alright,
Alright, so here's what you guys go handle this. I will
Hopping
go
out.
negotiate with Trinket for full-time flight service.
we also need a van.
At a
Get a
bar.
van. We need a van.
I'm going back to Seattle. I don't know where you want me to go.
Oh,
I can
okay.
just land with a bunch of guns and.
Then how about you land in Seattle, call your driver, who probably has had a great vacation while you've been gone,
Yeah.
She
you know, her
has.
just hanging out.
and then have her drive down to Mono with you in your fancy ass car.
You know, you have to drive through like a meridian
Badlands.
territory.
You gotta do
Native
wait.
territory.
They did?
Yeah, you made this point earlier that we can't drive home through the
But
Badlands.
Seattle. We're not driving to Indiana. I thought you meant from Indiana to Lake Mono. That's not happening.
Oh.
Seattle is surrounded by like Native American territory.
I've tried to drive out of Seattle in this game way too many times. I know that you can't actually do it.
You can.
You
it's just
can,
dangerous.
exactly. You'll probably get shot up multiple times in the process.
You got a fancy car, right? Tell her to hit her foot to the floor and don't stop.
It's a Mercedes. It's not like anything.
I thought he had it fully upgraded.
Yeah, but I think you need like some sort of four-wheel drive nonsense, like a Hummer. Yeah, I don't know.
Here, I'll bring up his car.
I know a man who happens to be a Minotaur. You could potentially borrow his vehicle.
Same.
I don't want to brag about a vehicle that's not mine.
Now
But
we're
it's
just
amazing.
hiring more people to drive.
No, I know him well.
Somebody would say in another life.
Yes.
Anyway. So you're heading back. You're just going to take the round trip ahead to Seattle.
Well, we need him to come back with a vehicle, so you can't land in Seattle. You can't drive.
Can
I
I drive
need-
from San Francisco? But I can't land in San Francisco because
Why not? I have all the.
exist.
What do you mean? We don't
It's not-
exist.
So when we're landing in Indiana, we're landing at like a off the books
Yeah,
airport.
I know that, but I mean, we can't
We
land
can't do
there.
that here.
We can't land there because we have me and Brer who have weapons and restricted shit.
I
That's
don't-
not a thing when I'm not on the plane. I'm hopping the fuck off.
I have a weapon.
Then get it to me.
I believe there's also.
That's actually a really good solution.
Aren't there like. Did you have the crate full of drugs and stuff with you on the plane?
No, I was giving it to her like at her house.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
She
never mind.
could distribute it.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing incriminating on here.
All right, let's do it.
Well, we're already out of the plane, so.
Brer, we're arguing and Brer just yoinks you out of the plane.
Well, I mean, we got comms. I could be yelling at you in the air.
That's true.
As he's falling. Hey! So, you guys are.
All right, so you're yelling at me in the air, and you say, "Give me your gun," and I throw it out.
Brer, get it.
Now there's a.
Hey, hold on!
There's a.
Can you catch it? New game.
I got it, don't worry.
Please.
Yep, I got it.
Yep, magic fingers. That's for sure. You take 1 point of drain for your magic fingers.
Oh, I know. No one can see it, and my face is bleeding again, so, you know.
The amount of times he has to get drained because we pulled some dumb shit.
Yeah, because I forgot to hand you my weapon.
Yeah.
Trinket looks at you. Well, I have weapons, but I'm not sure as hell not throw them at the plane. But I'll go ahead and put them in my smuggling compartment. Well, you could have asked to put them.
I'm the smuggling compartment.
I'm my own smuggling compartment.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and land in San Francisco. You can go ahead and get a rental car and I guess head out. And then you guys won't be needing me here, right? Or are you guys gonna still need me here?
Have a vacation.
Is she on comms right now with us?
No, she's just talking to Red as you guys are falling.
Did I hear her talking?
I mean, I'm assuming his comms are open mic. I'm assuming.
Yep. Yep.
Then yes.
You better make that bitch stay.
Look,
Zero gets really
This-
sassy.
I mute comms. I turn to Tree and go, look. What we're doing right here is very important to Zero, and that is a being of some species that I do not want to piss off. So if you could just like hang out, we gotta go back. They have something of his, apparently a wife, that is sort of artificial intelligence. It's very important that we get it back. So this is just like, it's like a personal favor. He'll kill a bunch of shit for you if you ever need, if you help us with this.
Zero doesn't need really a lot of convincing for that.
Red, go ahead and add yourself a 1/1 contact trinket. And I'll go ahead and stay, but you have to actually pay me for this next round. Back to Seattle, I'm assuming. Are you guys heading back to Indiana?
We're gonna probably head back to Indiana to pick up. Just as long as this run is gonna take us, we've got to get this being back, this AI back.
All right, so
But I can pay.
every time we leave the ground, It's gonna be 1,000 new. And every day that my happy button has to sit inside this plane or at somewhere besides my house will be 500 new as well. And if my plane gets damaged because of any of you guys shenanigans you guys do, then that's a whole separate conversation.
That sounds fair. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump in this. You should, we can. How long of a flight is it from here to Seattle?
From here to Seattle, it's probably like an hour and a half.
Yeah. So you can, as long as you're willing to come back and pick us up here, you can probably take off.
How long are you guys
wanna
planning
head
on
back.
being in California?
Well, I've got to drive 5 hours just to fucking get there. So that leaves you 4 hours of home time if you need to do anything.
And then 5 hours
And then we
back.
gotta drive 5 hours back. So you have. 10
I'll
hours
drop you
at
off, and then I'll
least.
go ahead and fly back home, and then you just call me ahead of time. And so it costs you because I'm technically landing, getting back in the air, flying back. But I mean, if you're fine with it, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, no, you take your time. It's fine. I want you to. You've been helping us out, so I know it's gonna be more expensive for me, but you go ahead and do it.
All right. And then she'll sort of change her course a little bit to head towards San Francisco Airport. The other two, you guys are slowly gliding down, is what I sort of imagine, as you guys are levitating towards the ground. Invisible.
No one can see it, but I'm in like a lounging position with my hands behind my head, just kind of hanging out.
Zero has his sniper out and he's scoping, trying to find these people.
Go ahead and roll.
Wow.
Hey, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I get a bonus.
Yeah, you do.
You're supposed to enjoy the ride, not. I'm always work. Brr, brr, brr.
I'm trying to get a
I'm
motherfucker.
robot.
All right.
Boop, beep, boop, beep.
All right. Visual. Do these stack?
No, they do not.
Okay. Got perception plus 3. Which is 12, 15 dice. Holy shit.
You're a perceptive son of a.
I fucking hope hope so. What I surprisingly am not is intimidating for some weird reason.
Also true. Would you like to edge?
Why the fuck would I want to edge that?
I was just curious.
He was trying to trick you.
I was like,
bamboozle
hold on, wait a minute.
So you end up looking around, and you're just looking for Gregory.
All I know what I just know what Gary looks like. I don't know what the kids, the wife look like.
Okay.
I don't even know what Gary looks like.
Just, I mean, we
You
just
should.
do.
I
He-
look like him.
Yeah, he looked like him for quite a while.
I wasn't paying attention. I was probably doing firework, you know?
I was doing dice up.
Oh, sorry.
You do see him in the process of running.
Huh?
Does it look like frantic or like jogging kind of running?
You can roll judge intentions.
I don't know what that is.
I will
What is my
tell you.
judge into? It is a 6. I have a 6.
Charisma plus intuition.
I already found it. I don't want to edge. I only have 3. I don't want to waste it on that.
Okay. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay, I will just continually track him. Just, I'll kind of look around, kind of see his surroundings. Like, is anybody chasing him?
Yeah, you look around. You're starting to see a couple of bodies here and there,
Like, dead?
like partially munched on. As you do see a couple of basilisk that are crawling out of the water.
What? What?
Who takes their kids to a basilisk nest on a vacation? Like,
What the fuck? See,
I turn on a podcast in my car. Have fun.
this is the kind of shit Josh likes to do. He'll take Jason Bourne and make it Van Helsing. All right? It's like, yeah, I can
Paracritters
kidnap a guy,
exist.
and he's like, bitch, vampires.
Paracritters exist. And they like
Nothing-
wooded areas with water surrounding them.
Then why would you buy a house? All right, I'm gonna move on from that. Okay, all right. Where?
Maybe he doesn't make as much money as we think.
Or maybe that's why this house is so cheap.
Yeah.
what? What about me?
I see monsters
Okay.
and
What-
dead people,
Monsters and dead people. All right. Sounds like. a
and our
great-
target is alive. Unfortunately.
Well, what do you want me to like throw a basilisk at him? Is that like?
Actually, we could just pop him right here, and then we just say he escaped from this we don't even need to make a story for why the family's dead. We can just fucking kill him now.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, whatever, man. Just shoot him, I guess.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take aim.
As you are levitating down, you do see you could keep it semi-steady. You will have a negative modifier.
I
As
can
you're,
stop I can stop it if he needs me to.
right, but as
I
you're
can also
gliding
just
down,
continually take aim, Josh.
it's true, very true. Up to your
So
willpower.
how many- Okay, my willpower is
6.
3.
So you can take aim 3 times before you.
And what's my negative modifier for floating?
I will go ahead and say it would be. Probably a -2 is similar to moving, firing from a moving vehicle.
Got it. So +1.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take aim, lethal shot. So I'm rolling. Where is it? Oh right. What am I? I'm dumb. Skills. Long arms. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah.
So I'm rolling 15, 16 dice.
Yeah.
There we go. Kind of low, but I'll take it.
He doesn't know. He
True,
knows.
and I highly doubt he's wearing gear.
Yeah, he is. He's wearing swim trunks.
That's
those
the
stop.
best kind of gear.
Those stop all the bullets from your face.
True, true.
I'll just keep floating, because, you know.
I mean, take me closer. We're gonna have to go get his body with his keys.
He doesn't seem, obviously, to notice you because, you know, you're invisible.
And silenced.
And silenced. So you connect. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I roll damage?
Or what's your total damage?
Roll your
Oh,
hand.
is that 3 net hits then?
Yeah, it's 3 net hits.
Okay.
How do you want to do this? Oh, wait.
So that is 13p minus 8 AP. Actually, 15p since the lethal shot. So 15p minus 8 AP.
Well, he has no armor on, so we can ignore the armor penetration.
Okay.
And it's 15p.
So 15p. Yeah.
He did.
I'm
he's
gonna-
not dead,
I'm not
he's a
gonna even
god.
roll it because he has
3 bodies.
4 body, but only has 9 boxes, so it's not even possible for him to resist.
Sweet.
Just as a clean shot, just and almost instantly as he drops, a basilisk climbs out and grabs him by the foot and pulls him into the water.
Into the wall. No!
That was fun. Do you guys want to go back now, or what?
We need to kill the family.
Why? They're probably already dead.
Actually, you know what? If he pulls me into the water, we don't. Because we don't have a body to hide. So if the family lives, they're just gonna think he got... Actually, they're gonna be like, why the fuck didn't you come back for us?
I think you're overthinking this.
You know what? Rare? I think you're right. This sounds like a red problem.
This week on NPR.
I'm gonna fucking... Hey, Red! Red!
Yeah. What's up?
He's dead. We didn't even touch ground.
Yeah.
I'm like still in the airport.
You haven't even arrived to the airport yet. This is probably like after they jumped.
Do a
Probably.
flyby. We'll just have Brer launch us back in. Tell him that. Don't even land. Is that possible? Brer? Could you put us back in a moving plane?
I mean, yeah, anything's possible with magic. you
Holy
know?
shit! All right. Well, you're gonna have to be moving. How fast can you move us? Like in all legitimate. Like how fast can you propel us?
Not that fast. It's so for every hit, it's just like running. So
Oh, okay.
we're going like 12.
So you can't put us back in.
Can you run onto a moving jet? Is how we solve
So
it.
no.
So yeah.
No, you cannot.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
He has to
Yeah,
line it
I'm
up perfectly, where
I'm
it's just
assuming
the
she's
slow.
also- Yeah. I'm assuming she's also not flying something with like propellers on the side. So I'm assuming she can't do like a Serenity Barn Swallow kind of bullshit.
No, it's like a pelican from Halo.
So she can do a fucking
But I
barn
mean, it does
swallow.
have propellers.
Well, it has
Pelicans
on a
can
pel-
hover.
Pelicans can hover.
I mean, they can hover. It can still hover. I mean,
So she can do a barn swallow.
I guess
How
yeah.
do you
yeah.
even hover and then?
Have you never seen?
So literally have her like slow down flying backwards and like, or just have her fly
So,
backwards and then
This
pick
is
us up.
this is a fun conversation and all, but wait, where are we in the plan now that he's dead?
Oh, nothing. We're done. We're done. Just go run the company now.
Okay. Is the family dead?
I don't care. That's your problem. There's a situation going down. Here's the thing. Situation going down. A bunch of people are dying where he is. They don't know that he's dead because the monster dragged him into the water and ate him.
Oh,
munchy
I'm sorry.
munchy
What
down
was
there.
that? What was that?
Monster?
Dragged him into the water.
Yeah.
Do you have a hand?
Oh fuck.
No.
Yeah.
No, we do not.
So if there's anything that's thumbprint style,
Hey, when we get back,
super
I'm gonna.
rude.
When we get back, I'm gonna fuck your hands
Alright.
up. That way.
Hold on.
the basilisk saved my hands.
Yeah. We're gonna pretend. So what I need you to do, I need you to make your hands look like burn victims.
I'm floating down. I'm going for the. Cause it's
We're getting the
Brailleworks.
barn swallow. Keep floating.
It's Brailleworks, so I gotta go get the hand now. So.
Where's the
No,
other hand?
no, no, we're not getting the hand. All right, we're not going in that water. I am not going in that water.
It's weird. Against your will, you begin to levitate towards the water.
I just start taking like the hilt of the blade, like the soft, like the non-edgy part, and I'm just like swinging, like, stop it! Where?
I'm not even close to you. So.
Zero has no idea of that. He has no idea. He just swings. Brett, no, we're not going down. Brett, stop it.
And then you'll get like a foot from the water and over there. And I'll go.
I mean, they can't see me, so unless you take my invisibility off.
And I flicker it for a second.
Alright, well, we need to go back, because it doesn't matter. He was in a traumatic situation. We'll just say he burnt his hands, and just make your hands look like burn victims.
I'm gonna.
not sure I can do that actually.
I'm
Why the
gonna look
fuck
for.
can you not? We'll Google it, burn victims' hands, and you just replicate that.
I'm gonna look for him.
Maybe.
What do you mean, baby? How do you
I
do
think,
you
I
have
think the skin toner changes the color of my skin, but I can't actually change like the length of my fingers or anything like that.
No. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean?
I can't make like blisters and scars on my hands
Why not?
because I can change the color of my skin and that's it, right?
How do you change
am I
your face?
wrong? Oh, the face is different. The face is a different technology.
That's fine. Just make them real red, and then when they question you on like what's wrong, like other burn victims, they'll be like, they look fine. Are you kidding me? They're pink.
They're red. I
Yeah.
got that sunburns.
So just don't let them like look. Just be like
It was
a burn
bright.
victim.
And it's...
Just burn victim. Real fast.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I just put on gloves. This is easy.
Yeah. Just you're now a clean freak. You don't take your gloves off for nothing. Not even jerking off.
Wow.
Well, don't be hasty.
Brer, you look around the lake and you do not unfortunately see the body.
All right. Can I astral perceive maybe?
Go ahead and roll astral perception.
Yeah. No.
It's a little bit easier
Exact same roll.
because there's a lump of something that is beginning to lose its essence at the bottom of the lake.
All right. I'm not even gonna question it, and I'm gonna say that's him, and I'm gonna start levitating that.
Okay.
Whatever.
As you begin to levitate it,
Yeah, I levitate it.
yeah, you do. Zero, as you can see, sort of what this is actually looking like without looking at auras or anything. You do see him levitate the body of the gentleman you shot, but there is a basilisk hanging onto like the foot as it's being lifted out of the water.
That's fine. I just need a hand.
I'll hang it like right next to Zero,
Okay.
so that the basilisk.
You do see the basilisk looking at the body, instantly look right at you.
Me?
Yeah.
Or
At you.
I mean, can he reach me?
I mean, he's right next to you, but his mouth is sort of clamped on. It's like an alligator type thing, but it just mutated magically.
Okay. Well, this sounds like another payday, so I'm gonna fucking slice its throat.
The basilisk?
Yeah, I mean, only if like I can just kind of like a one of these like kind of just kind of things where I'm not gonna
Yeah,
get
go
close
ahead,
to it.
go
Just
ahead and roll
try to reach.
your blades. It obviously can't dodge because it's, floating.
Blade skills.
And I'll get out of the water so I don't drown.
Exactly. Good call, Brer.
Can I call shot on blades?
Yes.
Okay.
Just
I'm pretty sure you can call shot on any weapon.
There you go.
never magic.
Yeah. Alright, so what's your total damage?
Total damage is katana is 9p minus 3 AP.
Is
And
that
then
what
3
the-
successes.
sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. 11p minus 3 AP plus the 3 successes.
14.
14.
So 14.
Minus 3?
Yep.
So you got this, right, dude? Like, you need help or something, or?
I'm good. I mean, it all depends on it if this basilisk drops, dies, or stays.
Well, I didn't float on it, so if it lets go, it's done.
That's fine. Just waiting on
2,
to find out what happens to it.
4. And
Beep, boop, beep.
it's...
Beep, 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 beep.
As you slice into it, it's you can see that it takes a massive slash across the throat, but as you sort of cut into it, you do see or feel that the basilisk hide is actually pretty resilient. So it does take quite a bit of damage, but it is not dead. I need you, as it leaves out a loud howl as it begins to fall towards falls back towards the water.
What do you need me to do?
To roll intuition plus willpower.
Is this a spell?
Okay.
It is an effect, not a spell. Actually, it is a spell. So you also need to roll it, Brer.
Well, then I'll give him 7 of my counter spell dice, and I'll give myself 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So add 7 to your pool.
You're literally doubling it.
What was it again?
Oh no, no, you're not.
Intuition
not doubling
plus
it, never mind.
willpower.
You're almost doubling it.
So I get 17 dice.
I get 15.
Ta-da! 6.
3.
Ouch.
Um, 0. You feel your body stiffen up as you are completely paralyzed from the sound of the howl that it gave. But you're still
Howl?
Yeah, so it let out a loud howl as it fell, and it was a paracritic power called Paralyzing Howl. As you are completely paralyzed, but you still have control. Like you're still paralyzed with your hand holding onto the hilt.
Hold on. My body, my biomonitor, auto injects when it feels this paralysis. It auto injects. Auto injects Neostigmine. Effect counteracts the effects of paralysis.
Sick. So you feel it for a moment, and then instantly you can feel it begin to sort of fade as your auto injector puts that medication out, and you begin to regain control of your body again.
I will. Are you paralyzed, Fred?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. Look at me.
Alright, well, I'm gonna quickly reach out and grab his arm and just fucking slice.
Okay. As the body begins to fall back in.
I'm gonna fucking yell,
Still
get me the
floating.
fuck out of here.
It's still floating. Hold
Whatever,
it.
I have
I guess
the
that's
hand,
true.
just get me the fuck out of here.
What should I do with the body?
Who gives a fuck? Let him eat it. I don't care. Actually,
Alright.
no. Actually, get back to him. We need to get rid of the body.
I'm gonna fling it into space.
Just what? Why? Just give it back to them to eat.
It's gone now.
All right, whatever. Just get the fuck out of here.
As you guys head back, you do see Trinket sort of slam on the brakes and begin to sort of float and head backwards. Hard to tell. And actually, she heads... Or actually, it's in pretty visibility, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Netrash, she stops just like above the middle of the lake.
Float us in.
You bang on the door. Red, you run open the bay door and let the other you're assuming your comrades, as there is no one there as you open the door. You're getting ding-dong ditched in the air.
You see a floating hand.
Oh, I guess you would see that, yeah, floating hand.
That's awesome.
Ooh, we're the ghosts of the floating hand. Ooh.
So I burned some drugs. Luckily, it's not a very caustic one.
I'll drop invisibility.
Okay, you are no longer invisible.
How long has it been, Josh?
You should have, I think you made notes of when your next stroke
Last
was.
taken was 7/13/2077.
You said 7:13?
Yeah.
It is currently 7:14.
Next day. Okay. I took more drugs, but it's not the same drugs. So
Okay.
took It's a weird ass drug. I don't know how it's called.
Different drugs.
Yeah, that weirdly it matters.
Neospadaminam.
Neostigmine. I think it's neostigmine.
That probably sounds right.
Stigmine.
And then make sure that you know how different drugs work with each other and against each
The
other.
drugs, they only work when they're currently being in use. So if I would take another drug within the neostigmine's time limit, which I didn't really I didn't look into the time limit because I didn't plan on doing more drugs anytime soon. But once it wears off, it doesn't affect it. You know what I mean? It has to be
Gotcha,
like in the duration.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you don't want to become a chemistry experiment.
True.
Unless it turns you into the Flash.
Exactly. Be yourself, unless you can be Batman. Always be Batman. So you guys are in the air. Where you guys headed to?
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm gonna give the hand to Red. Like, here you go, bud.
You're given a hand that's still in the process of dripping blood all over the place.
Zero pretends like it's no big deal. It's just another thing.
I try not to drip blood everywhere.
Drink will
And then,
remember this.
And then I'll remember the fingerprints.
Is it like an Uber, to where if you puke in it, you have to pay a cleaning fee?
We'll find out.
Probably, but the cleaning fee is probably huge. Probably costs you a gallon of orange juice.
That's just to clean the floor.
Yeah.
Um,
They use the orange juice to clean the floor.
exactly. So you so you go ahead and get those fingerprints programmed into whatever it is you do to get the fingerprints. So you do have access to those fingerprints now.
Alright. We're in it. We're live.
Well, I did my work, so I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm, and you can see blood is just dripping onto my white shirt, like always. So,
Alright, Frere.
you know, it's prayer work, so I gotta do it. You know,
You're very good
needs
at
me
it.
to do it. And you
You're
know,
very good
I
at
always get in trouble, but you know, nobody cares because it's prayer work. So you know.
Somebody's got to do it, Frere. I can't do it. I can't.
I know.
You know,
Nobody can do
I'm
it.
not
but
Brett.
It's cool.
It's you.
Whatever, you know. Just maybe you guys should get like a magical degree. Maybe that you guys
I mean,
can
do
do.
they have those online? Is there like a
Yeah.
master class I can get, or
I'm sure you can find it in the Matrix because you know the Matrix has all the answers.
has a lot of the? Well, I thought Magic had all the answers. Magic has more answers.
Well, I was being sarcastic. So,
Oh, classic Frere. All right, folks. Do we want to go back to Indy?
I mean, we never landed, so yeah.
that's funny.
1,000 new yen.
True.
Dude, we should start doing hits like this more often. This is so efficient.
Yeah, this is not terrible.
Right.
Frere, can you just invisibilize this entire fucking pelican, and I could just shoot from the back of the plane?
I don't know if it works that way.
Theoretically.
I don't think tech and magic work sort of like that.
I'd have to read up on the actual spell wording.
Right. So you begin to head back towards Indianapolis. It takes you roughly about 3.5 hours to zoom your way there. At this point, it's roughly 4 p.m.
On which day?
The 14th.
Well, where's that in relation to when the happens again?
It's the Thursday.
Okay. So we got like 3 days. 3 and change.
Yes.
Boss,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably gonna get some weird phone calls or some messages from, police, or family members wondering, about the rest of your kids.
Wait, how is he gonna get phone calls?
They're probably gonna, because you're gonna be. I'm assuming you're gonna turn into Gary, right?
Yeah, shouldn't I have stayed there?
No, you would die.
But do you have Gregory's comlink?
No, he's gonna lose that, and he's gonna have to get a new one.
I turn on the news.
The news. So it's been roughly, like I said, about 4 hours. It is plastered almost immediately. The first thing you see as soon as you sort of search through the different news channels. As CEO of Eli Lilly, and it's mostly an indie, as it's a smaller Indianapolis-based company. But as the CEO was found dead at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so they did find him.
They found most of him.
Okay. Well, there goes
You
our
need to get
plan.
on. No, you need to get on top of this and tell him I don't know who you found, but I'm alive.
So,
What was that, bro?
I threw him into space, so they probably, unless they have astronauts looking for him.
But you can actually just throw it, like, in actual space.
Yeah, it's simple physics, really.
So then they're lying. They didn't find his body.
I'm pretty sure that they did. I mean, I didn't follow it all the way up to space, obviously, so.
But you're positive that they didn't find the body. Like, it would be very, 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 very difficult.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you verify that it was him when you levitated the body out of the lake?
I assumed that,
Josh, the metagame here, GM said it's the guy that I shot.
true.
And the guy that I shot, he confirmed it was my target. Because I did a perception check, and he said, yes, you see your target. He is currently running. And I said, got it. That's my target. Great. That's the guy I'm looking for. That's Gary. Shot him in his fucking dome. Then Brer pulled the guy out of water, and our DM said, that's the fucker I shot. So it's gotta be him.
You're getting. Let's see.
I mean, like, where's the trickery that could have been taking place there?
You could have rolled poor enough to think that your target was running,
You rolled
and in
6.
fact, it was not your target. It was someone that looked like your target.
One,
And
I
then
rolled a 6.
The lexical ambiguity of your target comes out of the water doesn't necessarily mean it was.
Well, whatever.
One, I rolled good for perception.
Okay.
And two, if I did roll bad enough to where I wouldn't have seen a target, he wouldn't have said, yes, you see a fucking target. He would have been like, you can't tell. It might be.
Okay.
Because that's not how Shadowrun works. He's not just gonna lie to me.
Eli Lilly, and I say, I don't know who they found. You think I'm gonna be okay?
Yeah!
Okay, I do it.
Yeah!
I mean, if it doesn't work,
Trust
then
my crew. Red asks, is this the hand? Is this the guy? Yep, it's the guy. Okay, I trust you.
I mean, I don't know why Josh would lie to me. So we
if it
should be
doesn't
fine.
work, I'll just make you invisible and murder everybody. So,
Push
Yeah,
comes
plan B.
shove.
Send me into space. Because that's kind of cool.
Right.
Remind me
don't
to
know.
make a mage next time I make a character.
Right.
I didn't know Brer could send people into space. Why are we fighting people? Just be like, space, space.
I have to
Space.
roll high enough. Like, the only reason I could do it is because I got 6 successes. So,
Okay, well then just keep trying or pass out.
I'm gonna make a mage that specializes in edge and just edge every roll and just like
Yeah.
space.
Yes.
There you go.
Dragon, face.
Probably still wouldn't work.
Yeah.
You could
I
kill
would-
yourself.
I would try. It would be a very. The character
all-
wouldn't last long.
In all honesty, a dragon could probably take the damage of re-entry into the atmosphere.
Well,
Yeah.
it also probably has counterspell dice pool, so
True.
all dragons have magic innately.
So, but on the news, it is saying that the body or partial body of Gregory was found.
Well, my crew said that he's in space, and I trust them. So I turn into Gregory, and I walk my happy ass in the front door of Lily.
It is currently locked. It is the first time that the front door has been locked, even after the shutdown.
I unlock it. What is the locking mechanism? Is it a key? Is it a swipe? Is it a...
There is a swipe, but there's also a hand scanner.
I hand scanned after making my hand look like Gregory's.
It takes a moment. It eventually opens up.
Does
So we're
it
waiting.
does it flash a name at all?
It says Gregory.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Because see, you're all worried that Josh just decided to change the rules of fucking tabletop and start lying to people.
I didn't know
If
what
you
you
would have
rolled, 'cause
glitched,
it-
then maybe I would.
But he rolled 6.
Yeah.
He rolled really good.
I rolled really well.
I didn't know what you rolled, because in my games, if somebody like was bad on a perception check, I just tell them that they saw something that they didn't mean to see. I don't tell them that they didn't see anything. You
true.
saw something, you know.
And if he would have said, you see something, but you don't know, I would have been like, alright, I'm not going to shoot him.
I will hold my bullet.
Yeah.
But you do gain entry, and it does have the correct Gregory sided to it.
By the way, that's another notch in the belt.
Another.
Basilisk killed him.
Ooh.
Motherfucker, I did! I shot him in the
I
fucking
don't-
dome!
I actually don't know what happened at all, so I just pay you.
That's true.
That's funny.
You weren't even there.
You mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna look at you and be like, you're gonna question me?
I wasn't
I
really
just
watching.
hand you 500 new yen like cash. Like, oh god.
You take it, please.
Wait, so that's the price? I get 500 new yen per kill?
That's what I've been paying you.
Well, okay then.
You don't even know what your payment is?
Dude, most of the time I'm getting like 19 kills per, and he's just giving me a giant lump sum. I'm not doing the math.
Yeah.
I think that sounds about right.
On my new yen, on the description, I'm just putting another kill.
I like it.
Okay. Do you want to go, now that I'm this guy, do you want to just go to the Blood Mages and be like, give me my thing. We have a guy in as the head of this pharmaceutical company, and they can send you as much as you need.
Yeah, we can literally get you, yeah. I mean, we could try. I doubt it, but what are they gonna do? Tell us no? And then we just...
Yeah, because at the very least, you're going in there to update them on what you're doing and go, look, we come up
Exactly.
with this con, and then you can just ask for it back. If they're like, no, wait till we get it, then we just wait. If not, then you know.
All right, yeah, let's take a drive.
Is
I mean,
everyone going?
I'm at Lily's, so
Okay.
I will drive down there.
Okay.
All right on your motorcycle.
First thing you do notice while you're at Lily, there is no receptionist. There is no kids running around on the first floor. It is completely barren. The only thing that's currently on are the emergency lights.
okay. If I walked in and saw that, instead of going like, hey, why don't you go over to the Blood Mage, I'd be like, take positions, get to Overwatch. I don't know what's going on here. There's nobody here.
10-4.
I'll be invisible.
I'm...
Brer, are
Just
you gonna
gonna-
be in the front or the back?
I'll be wherever you need me.
Brer, you can also go ahead and roll to try to get rid of some of that stun damage as you had a 4-hour flight.
I think I just... Isn't it like 10 minutes per one? Isn't that just like automatic, or is it?
I thought it was an
Oh.
hour.
Oh, yeah, I'll just roll. It's
Okay.
body plus willpower.
Yeah, body plus willpower. I think it's an hour extended
Yeah,
test.
per hour.
I'll just roll this. Because this is body plus willpower. I got rid of all.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
I'm gonna head in behind Red and just stick to the shadows, but still, like, follow him.
Okay,
Iron Man.
go ahead and roll sneaking.
Snack. Roll my sneaky snack.
Wait, you want to come in with me?
Yeah.
Oh, well then just walk in with me. Don't sneak. I'll just say you're my bodyguard.
Okay.
Okay, so you walk in after. As soon as you enter,
Oh, can I astral perceive before you say anything?
you can astral perceive.
Yeah. Also, Brer, if you could are you levitating or can you?
I'm just invisible at the moment.
I was wondering if maybe you can go look in the windows on different floors and
Well, I
sort of
could,
get a feel for the whole building.
but I wouldn't be able to astrally perceive.
Okay, well, do your perception first. We'll see what happens.
I'm just trying to see if there's any spirits or anything floating around.
Smart.
As you look around real quick, with a perception of 2, you do see on the astral plane there are 2 mages standing in the main lobby, as well as a spirit.
Guys, you should probably just get out of there because there's mages and spirits. I don't like it.
Okay, so
I pull out a comm link. Do comm links? There's none of this in this world, right? This doesn't happen anymore.
It can be, but most of them no.
Okay, so I'm just like, yes. I kind of look up as if I'm getting a phone call. Okay, yeah, I'll be there in a second, and I flip a bitch and leave.
Okay. I need you to go ahead and roll willpower plus intuition. Or body plus willpower, I'm sorry.
same with me.
Are they within line of sight?
Yes, they are. No, because you're not inside, are you?
No.
Yeah, I was right next to him.
Sorry, I was talking about Rare.
I was outside. So.
No.
Alright.
Because as the I guess you're doing it. You did astral perceive before he walked in, right? Or right as he walked in.
Right.
As you walked in, just because as if you look in astrally, all the glass is opaque. The only reason why you were able to stay inside was because they had opened the door and you could see into it.
Okay.
But as soon as the door shuts behind them, you can no longer see line of sight within astral.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
I could turn off astral and see, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's glass, but
Red.
I don't know how fast.
I'm not sure either. You might have to check on that. Red, go ahead and roll body plus willpower. Okay.
Do I have to roll it also?
Yes, please. 0.
You probably don't know because they're invisible, so you can't see. It depends on the force of the spell, really.
Yeah.
But
you both feel your body sort of tense up.
Am I paralyzed again?
You can't move. You're not paralyzed, but it feels like your body has no control over itself.
I will kick in the door.
You kick in the door, and you see in astral both of your companions, as you do recognize their auras pretty easily, do have a magical outline to them. It's matching the signatures of both mages inside.
Who the hell are you guys?
when you're, can you hear stuff they say on the astral?
I'm not astral projecting, so I'm essentially in AR of magic. I'm in like magic AR.
Right, but if they're actually projecting and talking, can you hear them?
Yes, if I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you guys here just hear Brer just kick in the door, while you're assuming it's Brer, as a force unknowing to you is kicked in the door that you cannot see. Yell, and who are you guys? Brer, you hear a response. Security. Well, who are you?
Well, I'm magic security guy.
Roll con.
Roll con.
3 out of my 10 dice.
And who are you security for?
Let me hold on. I'm gonna roll my magical security knowledge. Who's like top company? What's the first one that comes in my head?
For magic wise?
Yeah.
As technology.
I'm with As Technology. Yep. And I like.
So, why are you here?
We just started this recent outsourcing. And they were outsourcing security, so I'm here to help.
So
this is
let me.
right?
Can we clarify what's happening right now?
Yeah. So Brer's having a one-side conversation right now.
Yeah. What did I resist? I missed that.
It's a spell that you don't see any magicians because they're just on the astral plane.
Okay.
So you couldn't see that there are any mages there, but you resisted what feels like a holding spell.
Did I resist it, or can I move? What's happening?
You are currently with the roll you got for your body plus willpower. You were unfortunately you were unable to move. You can hear
cool.
and you can see, but you cannot move your
talk?
body. Correct.
It's hold person of Shadowrun. Can I counterspell these?
You can try.
Alright, let me try. Nope, alright.
There's two different targets if you want to try on both.
Well, I'd have to split my dice pool.
Oh, gotcha.
Unless you want me to re-roll it.
That's up to you.
I guess I could have.
I mean, you got one hit out of 13 dice.
Yeah, I know, it's a sad day.
It's a sad, sad day.
I'll
Sounds
spin
like
the
some
edge and
druid
then, if you'll allow me, I will spin the edge and then I will split my dice pool.
I will allow it this one time.
Alright, let me do it this way. We'll put 7. The guy that actually can fight.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, it's useless.
And then this is for red, this next one?
Yeah. Okay, cool, whatever.
You tried, but, and they give you a chuckle as they can sense that you're trying to lessen the power of their spell.
You guys are pretty good, yep. But I've seen better, so I was just testing it out, to really just, get a knowledge of who I'm dealing with, and you guys seem to be good at your security jobs, so,
It's not spicy nacho.
anyways, this is awkward. So, I told you guys who I was. You guys want to tell me who you are?
Yeah, we're magical security for, was until this gentleman walked in, who seems to be Gregory. But his aura doesn't match.
in Red's head, this is what's happening. Shit, fuck, shit.
Well, you can't hear them.
I can hear, I just can't talk.
No, you can't hear them. They're on the
No, you
astral
can't hear
plane. So
them.
you just hear Brer talking randomly, and then no one's responding, but he's having a full conversation. You just can't hear the other half of it.
While that's a valid point, I probably still have the same.
You probably think of the exact same thing because you can't move. You're like, what is happening?
Well, sometimes when you run into a basilisk, sometimes even just a critter at all, it changes your aura, and he had a pretty close call. So, that's...
Go ahead and roll con, and I'll give you a... Go ahead and roll magic theory
Okay.
first. Any hits you get from magic theory will be a bonus dice pool to your con.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So go ahead and add five to your con.
Yes. Let's go.
7.
What's your social limit?
7.
Max dice.
There we go. Hold on.
This is the only reason I took content, so I could convince people that magic does things.
This is perfect. I was loving it. I was like, oh no, Brer has to roll con. Then you rolled it, and I was like, yeah, Brer, roll con.
Yeah. You see
Dice than I do for con.
one of the gentlemen sort of lax a little bit. Is that? He sort of looks to the other one. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know much about magic theory and what basilisks can do and critters.
Oh, let me go into it, and then I just started. When you get interacted with a critter that has been molecularly changed by magic, it starts to change people's auras around them, kind of like radiation. And I'm just gonna continually.
Red and Zero can go ahead and make another body plus willpower, but add an additional. I'll just lower the DC on it because they're becoming distracted from Brer's rambling.
1.
Can I give him counterspell dice?
Is that an action to give counterspell dice?
It's a interrupt.
I will allow it because it's an interrupt.
How many?
Do you want to
I'll
split?
split them again.
Okay.
7, 6. So 7 for 0 and 6.
Okay,
That's
go
what
ahead.
I did.
So 0 plus 1!
No, he rolls them. Brer rolls them.
Oh, okay. Thank the fucking Lord.
It's his action, so I'll let Brer roll them.
There we go.
Let's go.
I got a 6!
And then Red gets a...
2. So 6.
7.
6 apiece.
So, you guys begin to feel yourself come to. You can move your body around and everything like that.
With Brer and his rant, am I able to put together what is happening here?
Go ahead and roll Logic plus Intuition.
I mean, you can ask him now.
Well, they can hear everything still.
So I'm hoping that I know it because the CEO would know the security measures here, right?
He should.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what did I get? 3 hits.
So you are quickly getting with the only having Brer have a random conversation and then start talking magic theory and then able to gain full movement of your body again. You definitely get the understanding that there's probably some sort of magic security here. When it looks like the building's probably on shutdown because of and there was a run, and then you were found dead a couple days after said run. So under the just probably the assumption that they were just protecting from any Shadowrunners who might be coming in looking for you.
So I sort of try to look frustrated and say, you know, I'm like, this type of shit at my own goddamn company. And I turn around and I'm like, I can't see you, but this is not what I pay you for. I sort of make my way to this is why I have to hire people like him, because I'm not sure you understand how to do your job.
Roll performance.
Have performance.
May I roll impersonation instead?
Ooh, that 5 dice.
Go ahead and roll impersonation. And you have the voice modulator, so you do get a +2 to your dice pool.
It's a +3.
Oh, +3, even better.
Yeah, it's 11 total.
So I roll 11 dice, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if you go into skills, there should be like a bonus box right next to the rating. Just
Yeah.
put a 3 into that, and then every 10.
Sick.
Sure.
As you say that, begin to
Good
walk
thing
out.
I rolled those 3 extra dice.
Yes. Brer and Zero, you can see these two mages begin to manifest themselves and appear.
So they're not actually here still, though. They're basically ghosts at that point.
Yeah.
But we can see them on them.
Yeah, you can now see them on
Material
the
plane.
material plane.
But like if you stab them, nothing happens because they're just a ghost.
I'm not gonna stab them. We just convince them we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Well, I was just giving you an example.
Oh, okay.
And they say, "Sorry, boss." Sorry. And they sort of look. They look extremely confused. Why you're passing? You know all this knowledge, but your aura mismatches. But I guess that would make sense with the Basilisk encounter. I guess that they just learned about. So they just seem extremely confused. And as you get back
I
into
just
your
sort
car,
That's what?
you said you're turning around and heading back to the car.
I was when, yeah. So I said this is absurd. I mean, are there any? I guess I could go. Say, why on earth would you do that anyway?
Well, just one, your magical aura didn't match, what you usually are. And then someone said, the news is showing that you're dead everywhere, but obviously you're standing here. But again, your aura didn't match. We think you're an imposter.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm right here, and I logged myself. You know what? I can't do this right now. I need to go freshen up. I'm gonna head to the elevator.
You head to the elevator. You go to the elevator. It has the key card swipe for your sin.
I don't have that, do I?
You do not have Gregory's sin.
Boys, we fucked up.
Just leave.
As you walk and look at the swipe and you realize, oh Drek, I don't have my sin. And one of the ghostly figures disappears, and running down the hallway, you see a orcish individual with longer hair. Let me get this for you, sir. Let me get this for you. And it looks exactly like the guy that was manifested there just shortly before. And swipes his key card and lets you go into the elevator. It holds it open for you.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
I was getting like a physical barrier ready to be like bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're
Thank
stuck
you.
here.
Finally, you're useful in some way. I get on the elevator.
All right, you get into the elevator. He's like, what floor would you like to go to, sir?
I didn't write it down. It was 12 that his office was on, right?
Yes, 12 was the top floor, but he did press the 13
One,
button.
1 and 3.
Yeah, 1 and 3 to get to the 12th floor.
I say I'd like to go to my office, please. And I walk up and do the.
And with it, you go. The elevator doors begin to shut. And he hops out, and the elevator begins to rise. Zero and Brer, are you going with him?
I will.
Yeah, because obviously you can't deal with magic, so
True.
you're up town.
True. So all three of you begin to rise up in the elevator, heading to Gregory's office. Every floor you go on, there is a large padlock on the elevator because you guys are going in. The doors are made of glass. There's a large padlock on each floor saying that floor has been locked off. Besides your floor, you get into there, and it seems to have opened because you pressed in the combination to get to the 12th floor, to where your office is. And then that is where we'll go ahead and end the session for tonight.
Jump, jump.
Boy. Dun, 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 dun.
Yay, magic from invisible people!
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I did my job, and I got to talk magic theory.
And Zero,
You mean you
Red,
gotta talk bullshit.
yeah, right? And Zero got to shoot someone while flying in a perfect headshot. Actually amazing stuff tonight.
And-
$500.
Red got to talk to people and become a boss.
Yeah, he is.
We'll see how that
he's
works out next time.
currently CEO
I
of.
think we
Eli.
can talk our way out of you not having a sin by saying we lost it in the trauma of the basilisk, and you need to get it replaced. But you're gonna have to hack his passwords because you didn't forget.
Yeah.
You can have amnesia.
PTSD.
They're all valid options.
Also, I forgot. I was trying to look through the chat here that we have. Did I give you guys karma for that last run, or did just give you just the new year?
Just the new year.
Just yeah.
Each of you will go ahead and get 7 karma. Except for Red, you will go get 9.
9 karma. Did I ever spend my karma?
No, you have 37 before the 9, so now you have 46.
I believe he put some in guns though. I think he spent some karma to up some skills, if I remember correctly.
I know I was talking about it. I don't know if I ever actually changed them.
Okay, I know you were talking about getting pistols. I didn't know if you actually did that or not.
We didn't do that. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've talked about doing a lot of things, and I've literally just never spent my karma on
I guess you also had to have the downtime to really do so between what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we'll go ahead and get ready to sign off for tonight. We'll go ahead and start with Zero. Where can they catch you if you're not streaming here?
I'm on JRobin7X. It's going a little slow lately because I've had some family things going on, but I will plan on getting on more often. But yeah, so JRobin7X. I mostly play like FPSs. Mostly, I think I might play some story games here and there, but mostly Rainbow Six Siege.
Word. And Mr. Raven, where can they see past episodes of this show and other shows that we may have had, or even the first Shadowrun games that we ran together?
Well, if you want to take a trip down memory lane for the very first one, you can always go to youtube.com/jbrews11 and catch all of them, and even this one on Friday when it gets uploaded. It'll be great.
It'll be the most great. And Red, last but not least, how can they help us out here?
Well, if you want to support our channel, our game, J-Brews more specifically, you can donate your hard-earned cash to us, and we appreciate it. It's going to go to upgrading some of our technical capabilities and providing better content for you here. Or if you want to support us in a way that is free to you, you can just follow us and keep watching us. That's also very important to us. But if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. And if you have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe to us for free. All you have to do is link your Amazon Prime and Twitch accounts, and you'll be able to do that for free. But those do not renew automatically, so you'll have to come back every month and click those buttons just to give us your support. However you support us, we appreciate it greatly.
Agreed. And we are very close to hitting 300 followers. I think we're 33 away, or 34 away. 33 now, because we did get a new follower tonight. So again, if you guys are new here, feel free to hit the follow button. We usually play on Thursday nights. We do some different League of Legends stuff throughout the rest of the week, and then I do play some games on Friday night, another Shadowrun campaign on at Mon20 Gaming, where I DM over there as well. It's a good time. I'm in the process of maybe working out some meeting of the two running groups in a future episode. So that may be something cool that may be happening. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and on our adjusted schedule. I believe we'll be back in next Thursday to go ahead and pick it up where we left off as Red climbs a team, rises in an elevator to who knows what's going to be up on the top floor. So thank you guys for hanging out. Exactly, Basilisk, more Basilisk. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. See you guys next time.